Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome back to my Minecraft Survival Let's Play series. In the last episode, we worked on giving our frogs a home. They've been living right here on these hay bales for well over a year now, just chilling with Burnt Toast and Donkey over here, and other horse over here that we still gotta give a name to. So I decided we'd finally give them a home, a proper home, because they've been waiting for a very long time. And here it is, the glass dome that in which it contains the frog sanctuary that we built. Let me just wake up from my little nap here, and then I'll give you the full recap tour. Here it is. We built this giant mushroom, and we built these tiny mushrooms, and there is a frog just chilling on the top of that big mushroom. I don't know how he's gonna get down, if he's even able to get down, but we'll figure that out later. But yeah, here it is. We built them a nice little swamp-like area inside of the glass dome, which protects them and keeps them safe, and also keeps them from running away. But in between episodes, I did some tweaking to our build a little bit. For starters, I made the dome actually round instead of all crooked and wonky, so I think it looks much better now. And I also added in this nice little mud rim to the pond, and there's also one other little detail that I thought would be super cool. I just have to go get it, so we're even one episode later, we're not finished yet with the frog swamp. We got one final detail that I kind of forgot to add not yesterday, but in last episode, episode. But here it is, firefly bushes. Obviously, frogs eat fireflies or some sort of, bugs. So I thought this would be a cute little touch for them to enjoy. Some nice little fireflies just floating around. Let's do one more right here. And this frog as well, the reason why he is leashed to a fence is because he is one of the original frogs that we bred to make all these guys real. So I decided to keep him on a leash so we know who he is and we don't get him mixed up with all of his kids. And this guy's coming over to check it out. How do you like the dome? He's just chilling in here. That is not Carl, by the way, who I am happy to report in between episodes while I was making the dome. I was working on it at night sometimes, and I was like, I haven't seen Carl in a little bit. And I went over to the village, and I saw him inside of this house over here, and he was just chilling at nighttime, just trying to, he was waiting for the villager who was sleeping in this bed to get up, so then he could sleep in that bed. But obviously that villager never got up, so Carl was just waiting for a bed, and when I placed down my bed right here, he finally went to sleep, which was super, super cool. And it means that Carl's insomnia is over, so maybe we don't even need to send him to the hospital. Maybe we should, though, who knows, maybe we should still get him checked out. But come to think of it as well, I haven't seen Carl in a little bit. I might as well go place down an extra bed for him to use at all times now. And I'm not gonna lie, we're kind of out of housing for all the villagers. Carl doesn't even have a house anymore. He got evicted. Poor Carl. He got evicted because he had bad insomnia. That's a horror. That is one dark story. He went to the stars. Carl went to the stars, and his mindset was, I couldn't sleep when I came back down, and then I got evicted from my house, and it destroyed me. But I'm gonna come back stronger than ever. That's Carl's mindset. Let's go pay Carl a visit. Carl, are you still here? That's not Carl. Carl, you're still alive. I'm glad your insomnia is over. I'll let you enjoy your time in there, though, but there's a bed over here for you now. And so that's all said and done with. Now let's move on to what we're going to do next in today's episode, and that is, first off, we're going to check the chore board, because I'm going to make it a point in almost every episode now. We're always going to check the chore board and see exactly what it is we got to do. So we got frog housing. That is done. I'm going to put a $sign next to frog housing, because I don't think you can do a check mark on a keyboard. So frog housing with money, because we're in the money. Let's see though. Sniffer housing is next, so that's what we're going to work on a little bit today. And I also brutally misspelled Nautilus, and I'm pretty sure that you got to spell Nautilus. Nautilus? Is that how you spell it? I think that might be how you spelled Nautilus. So that's all said and done now. Let's head over here to our storage house, though, real fast, because there is an easy advancement that I was thinking of earlier that we can go ahead and get today. Sort of. We've only got 2 pitcher pods is the only problem, but we do have a ton of torch flower seeds, which is going to be super, super good. So we're going to go get that Planting the Past advancement. I know the name because I've gotten it so many times in other Minecraft worlds, and it's just a fun one in my opinion. Just plant these plants, and it's, yeah. And they're the sniffer plants, so we got to start growing these. That way when we do have a sniffer area, they'll have some, what do you call it? They'll have some, I'm losing my words here. They'll have some plants, native plants to the lands that they came from. So let's see here. We run right over here to the greenhouse and past the greenhouse to the sniffer enclosure over here. We can see exactly how many plants they've dug up just by running around. And they have gotten us 5 pitcher pods. That is really, really cool. And now we can go ahead and plant them in here. But what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to get rid of these little blocks that are elevated. Because as you can see here, this one here and this one over here is just not, it's not tilled soil anymore. For some reason, the plants are just not growing on the soil like this. So we need to break it all up. And we need to collect the water. There we go. And then we need to destroy this stuff. Oh, look at that. There is water underneath it. I forgot we did that. That'll actually help a little bit as soon as we're done destroying all this grass blocks and soiled blocks and these trapdoors, which are actually, it's a good thing we're getting these back because lately I've been needing trapdoors, spruce trapdoors, and we just haven't had any. So 8 trapdoors are now ours. Let's see though, let's break these as well, because what I think would be kind of cool is if we have these dirt blocks, ones I just placed, as spots for plants to grow in the little garden. And then the water will go in between like that. And then right here, right down the middle, we will also have soil. And then we need to grab our torch flower seeds. And let's place one here, and there we go, planting the past. We've only got 5, so that's all we can do for now. But it also is going to be super cool if we placed pitcher pods right down the center, just like that. Look at how cool that's going to look as soon as it's done growing. Alright, so the next thing I want to do today is head on right over to here and do a super cool transition that will show something brand new that has been built right in this spot. There we go. We have a brand new mine entrance, as you can see right over here. Oh, I fell in the water. Hold up. Let me get out. There we go. Right over here. This is where we used to have our mine entrance in the giant staircase that led down to the ravine, or whatever you would call it down there. But I decided since we're going to be building the Sniffer Sanctuary, we're going to need to move the entrance because the fence, or like, you know, the enclosure part of the sanctuary is going to loop around right here and have this staircase inside of it. And I don't want to do that to the Sniffers. I don't want them to have a giant staircase in their home. So I decided to move the entrance right over here to where this super cool looking mine shaft entrance is. And I added in a little like rocky bit, like a rocky mound or something, like the cave is busting out of the ground and just hanging out here or something, you know what I mean? And the coolest part about it is that it's automated with a minecart system. So we have this little block here to help the minecart actually go forward, and some light just to, you know, light it up and stuff. And then this button right here, if we hop in the minecart and hit the button, we're on our way to the mines. Look at how cool this is. We got the tunnel area here that took some time to dig out. And here it is. So the original staircase used to be just up behind this block or whatever. But I decided to block it all off. And I don't know if I hollowed this area out a little more. I can't remember. But I also moved the main staircase that goes down to the deep slate area from right here to here, just to give it like some room in between the minecart area and the actual staircase. So now this is how we get down to our deep slate area, where we can go to find all those diamonds, all that gold, and fight the monsters. And the coolest part, in my opinion, is that it's inside this little gravel mound, or granite mound. It looks super cool. And then to get back up, we just hit that button while we sit in the minecart, and we're on our way. Alright, so now we can head back up to the surface and begin working a little bit on the, what do you call it? Begin working a little on the Sniffer Sanctuary. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do for the Sniffer Sanctuary, like I was for the guys over there, the frogs. So we have to figure out what it is we're gonna do and how we're gonna do it. I know for certain that I want to have it so that there's like a little flower area in here or something to do with plants, obviously, since the Sniffers love their plants. And we also need a fence, and we gotta light this area up. So we have some work to do. There's some bad guys over here though. Ouch. Let's get over here, slice him up. There we go. And now let's see here. So what we need to do first and foremost is clear out this little patch of leaves here, because it's just hanging there because I chopped down its trunk. But there's more skeletons. Where are they coming from? Oh, never mind. It was just the leaves. There was an arrow in it. But yeah, these leaves are just hanging out here because I chopped down the trunk, but they were connected to another tree, so it didn't despawn. But now, that's about to change. There we go. Leaves are gone. So there's a little more of an opening here, which is good. We can actually breathe and see now. Anyways, let's go ahead and start expanding this this little patch of land here. We need to make it go out just a little bit, like that, and then it can start looping around here. There we go. And we don't even need to make it all symmetrical or anything. Just a little bit, like this. Not super round, but not super flat also. Alright, I think I've got a basic shape for the fence to go around. And the fence idea, or like design I guess, that I have for this little enclosure is going to include some logs and fences and slabs. Alright, I think I've got the basic layout for the Sniffer Sanctuary complete. We've got it all fenced in, we've got torches lighting up the area, and we've got a cute little archway to allow anybody who passes through here into the sanctuary. Now we just gotta light it up with torches, which we can eventually take away, because I have a super cool idea of what we're going to do next to help light up the area. I just need to go collect some... I don't know if we need a whole lot of glass, but it will involve a little bit of glass. So we're going to have to collect some of that later. And you know what I'm thinking? As much as I don't want to do it, I don't want to get rid of the forest that's here. It's kind of a cute little forest. I like having it here. But we might need to raise the trees a little bit to allow the sniffers to walk around in this area a little more. Just because I feel like it's a little hard to walk through and all that at the moment. But we might need to fix that later. Is this Carl? Okay, no, it's not Carl. I was like, Carl, are you coming over here to check out the sanctuary? He is not, though. What we're going to go ahead and do is get these sniffers into their new home, because it's time that we gave them one. Let's see here. Let's grab Snuffy, Congested, and Sniffy. Let's bring them on out. Hold on, I need to do a bit of this. They're big guys, so we need to let them through. Now I need to come right over here, break this on up. And I hope this is big enough to let them all through. Come on, who's this over here? Congested, come on, Congested. Don't let the congestion get to you. You need to get into your new home. Here we go. Come on, everybody. Come on in. Welcome to the sanctuary, where eventually we'll give it some more detail. But for now, I think this works. Let's see here. Let's do a bit of this. Grab our leads. We're still missing one. There it is. And now we can block this area on up. We need to get a fence gate, which we have. Perfect. And now we can do a bit of this. And there we go. Look at that. The sanctuary is complete in terms of the enclosure part. Next up is detail, which we'll definitely get to here in just a minute. What I want to do for lighting, though, because I said a minute ago I want to take away the torches in there, I want to add lanterns, like flying above the sanctuary. And what we're going to need to get for the lanterns is, and I don't mean actually like just lanterns, I mean like the lanterns from Rapunzel and all that. So we need to get ourselves some glass blocks, which will definitely be, yeah, we need white. And no, maybe we don't need white, actually. I don't really want to do white. I kind of want to do all different colors, except for white and like just the main colors, really. Let's see, we got glass here. We have 4 sand. How much do we have in here? 26. I'll grab 16. That should be plenty. Actually, it might not be plenty, actually. We're gonna need more. We're gonna need to get some of this and this. And now we can smelt this on up. Let's just do 32 for now. That'll be good. And then we'll be good to go. So what we need to get is also some birch slabs. Do we have any of that? We do not, but luckily I chopped down a bunch of birch trees to get us some wood to make sticks. So 30 should be plenty. I don't even think we're going to use all 30. Next up, we just got to actually place them. And maybe, I don't really know if this is actually going to light up the ground as much as I thought it would. So what we can definitely do is maybe leave the torches, but still have the lanterns. I think that would be really cool. So we want to go up just a little bit like that or so. Then we want to head up to what we just placed, which is scaffolding. And I need to place out one so that I can actually stand here, place ourselves the glass and a birch slab on top. And now, how do I get down? Just like that. I missed the scaffolding now. I was going to try and land in it, but that's okay. And then we just need to place the lantern just like that. Let's see how that looks. How does this look? Ooh, I really like it. Look at that. That looks super cool. And we have 12 lanterns, which means we can do 2 of each color. And I think, if I'm doing my math right, that means we would need 6 colors, I think. So we can do one more over here as well. This one will be a little higher. That's about the same height though, so we need to go a little higher. That'll be good. Then we come on up. And I need to go out one. Place one here. Then we place a slab. And then, oh, I caught it this time. Perfect. Then we place the lantern. And there we go. How does that look? I got 60. I'm missing 2 scaffolding. Where did that go? Here it is. Perfect. How does this look, everybody? Let me come on over here to the front. And we can take a look from the outside. Ooh, I really like that. Look at that. The lanterns are flying above the sanctuary. We also need to get more colors, though. So we have, yeah, like I said, if I'm doing my math correctly, we should need 6 colors. And we'll have yellow, red, blue, green, pink, and orange, I guess will be what's good. There we go, the lanterns are complete. I think this looks magnificent. Look at how cool that looks. The lanterns are lighting up the ground below. Not really though, because some of them are really high. I doubt the light is even going to reach the ground. So we are going to need to leave the torches, but that's alright. We'll figure all that out in the next episode. For this is, I think, where I'm going to end off today's episode. We've done pretty good so far. And in the next episode, we'll definitely continue work on the sanctuary, add some more detail, maybe a little pond in the middle, so that just like the frog area, so that they have some room or some water to drink or take a swim in, whatever they choose. But right before we do end the episode, we're gonna come pop into the greenhouse real fast, plant the rest of the seeds that I just got, and I ruined it. Oh well, I'll fix that later. But yep, I think this is where I'm going to end off today's episode for now. I hope you all enjoyed as much as I did, because we have done fantastic so far with the Sniffer Sanctuary Enclosure thing. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and share with your friends and family to show them the brand new Sniffer Sanctuary we have begun right over there. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss fun content just like this. And as always, everybody, I will see you in the next episode.